Welcome to Art Boxing S&C, your go-to for boxing.
Why is boxing so good? Boxing is so good for your mental health. It helps you battle with mental toughness, especially when you're feeling down. So even in running, it releases endorphins. When you spar, it releases endorphins, even though you get hit and it hurts. But once you get into it, you won't get hit. Even if you do get hit quite a lot, you've got to learn to adapt and try and think what's going wrong and try and change your style, get a good coach, and then go from there. But motivation in boxing is very important. It's one of the most important things. I think it's more important than the training itself, because if you're not motivated in boxing, you ain't gonna be able to handle this sport. This is a grueling sport. It's very tough, so you really need to dig in when you go there. You need to be 100% committed. You need to get your runs in. You need to do your sparring. You need to do your bag work, the conditioning. You need to do all the circuit classes, everything. So there's a lot to it, a lot of dedication. You need to eat right. You need to drink enough water. A lot of people don't drink enough water. You need to drink about 3 litres if you're training boxing 3-4 times a week a day. 3 litres, not 2, 3, because obviously you're indulging in physical activity. Especially boxing, you get dehydrated, so you need to get that water in before and after. So also you need to recover, so you need to get your protein and carb in after training to replenish the glycogen levels. So this is where it uses your energy like a reserve tank basically. So when you're training, so if you just say you're doing another session later on after boxing, you need it so you've got your energy levels so you can go again, otherwise you get too fatigued. So in boxing you're training a lot. You might do your strength and conditioning in the day and then you might be sparring in the evening. So there's a lot of training involved. It's not just train here and there. You've got to put a lot of dedication in, because you will get found out in sparring. So sparring is where you learn. I know sparring is very daunting, intimidating, but once you get in there you enjoy it. If you train with the right people, you will enjoy it. So you're best off training at a proper boxing club with proper people that know what they're talking about. Don't just go to some random gym and just do a bit of sparring, because it ends up too rough. And you want to be technical. You want to go rough, but you want to be technical, and you want to pull each other to the side and try and teach each other where they're going wrong and just talk about it and try and go from there. Not just try and beat the hell out of each other. You don't learn nothing from that, do you? So if you go to a boxing gym, get in the boxing ring prepared for getting roughed up. I'd wear a head guard if you're first starting, just to be safe. A lot of amateur boxing clubs, you have to wear a head guard anyway. And also wear a groin guard if you want to protect yourself as well. So, and also make sure you do your hand wraps nice and secure, because you don't want them coming undone when you've got the gloves on, you're sparring. That's the worst thing that can happen. So obviously it supports your wrist and your hands. So also you want to dial in your nutrition. You want to eat all the right foods, so you can track it, where you can just sort of have 3 meals a day and have like half a plate of carbs and a quarter of protein and a bit of fat, a tiny bit of fat. But carbs is the most important, because this is what gives you the energy. You don't want to be like a bodybuilder and cut out the carbs to cut down weight. You only lose water weight anyway. And you need the water because you get dehydrated and you'll be fatigued. And fatigue is a big thing in boxing. If you want to do well, you don't want to get fatigued. So you want to keep them levels, glycogen levels up, and obviously your fluids up. So if you want to train boxing, keep it up. But it's a big demanding sport. You need to put work in. You need to do your runs about 3-4 times a week. You need to do your sparring. You need to do your bad work. You need to do your HIIT classes, conditioning classes. So if you're prepared for working, go for it. Get down to the boxing gym and sign up and give it a go. What you got to lose? Start off by doing a charity fight, and then go from there, and then go to amateur boxing. You never know where you could go from now. But yeah, boxing is good. Boxing has changed my life, but the biggest thing in boxing is the motivation. It motivates you and it makes you disciplined. You have to be very disciplined to be a boxer. So give boxing a go. Follow my channel and watch my content. I've always got content coming up all the time. So give me a follow. If you like it, put the thumbs up and please subscribe.